Hello, my name is Malcolm Obiakor, and this is my presentation on aircrafts named after birds. The reason I'm doing this presentation because I was interested in the many aircrafts that were named after birds that are found throughout the world. So today, I'm going to discuss with you about the aircrafts that are named after the birds. Now, what I'm trying to get at is that creativity can come from anywhere, especially nature. Nature has provided us with great inventions from our oldest ancestors, and I'm just really interested in, and I was really intrigued with how some of the planes and the comparisons I made between the plane and the bird that I found that were pretty interesting. Now, the Osprey V-22 is a helicopter that features tilt rotors and twin nacelle engines. This means that it can rotate the engines to turn into a helicopter and lift up, and it can rotate it again so it can turn into a plane and start moving forward very quickly. It's usually used as a combat air support unit. The Hummingbird XV-4 is a U.S. aircraft just like the Osprey, except that instead of rotating, it would hovers under the hovering under the aircraft, so it can hover in the air while it's taking off. The Hummingbird itself is one of the only birds in the world that can actually hover. The Shrike A-12 is a ground attack unit used by the U.S. Army during the 1930s. It featured a radio engine that allowed it to traverse the battlefield without really being heard, and it also basically not be shot down by enemy ground troops. The Albatross HU-16 is a ground attack aircraft. The Albatross is a air rescue flying vehicle, which basically means that it can fly in, pick up people it needs to, and get them out real quickly. And it especially worked on water. That way, it's kind of like a boat and an airplane put together. Now, the Hawk P-36 is a fighter used during World War II by the U.S. Army. It was mainly used for training and courier duties because it became obsolete by its equivalent, the BF-109. Next up, we have the Falcon F-16. The Falcon is a multi-role fighter that provides high performance at low cost. This fighter is mainly used to take out other aircraft, and it can actually be used on ground troops as well. Next up, we have the Goshawk, T-45 Goshawk. It's a jet for training Navy and Marine Corps. This jet is actually very fascinating because it even has simulation games of it that allow you to take control of the pilot seat and learn how the plane works and how to do certain missions inside the plane. The Goshawk, the bird, is just basically a bird of prey that eats little mammals. Now, the Nightingale C-9A is a jet aircraft used to transport combat troops, but it was mostly used for transporting sick patients and basically people who needed ambulance support. So that was mainly what that was used for. The Raven EF-11A is a electronics warfare. Well, it's an electronics warfare, close range jamming, and penetration escort, which means that it's basically good for supporting other aircraft, and it's really fast, so it can outmaneuver any aircraft trying to shoot it down. Now, the Widgeon is a light personal executive transport built for consumer use, but it was first used used by the military because this was during the time of World War II, and they really needed a lot more. It filled the role of a transport plane. Now, the Dove DH-104 is Britain's first successful post-war civil aircraft. It was designed to be a small feed liner for UK Democrats, basically. So it was just mostly used for transporting important people around. Next up is the Eagle F-15. Now, the F-15 is one of the U.S. Army's main superior fighters because it has excellent air-to-air capabilities. It has most of the it has good air-to-air capabilities. It includes a lot of technology built in to help the pilot out. Same with the Raptor as well. It has some of the latest technology. It again, it was designed to take out other aircraft, but also be able to take out ground targets to help U.S. troops. It's also good for going on the front lines and getting out really quickly. Next is but let me talk to you about raptors in general. All the birds you've seen so far are raptors. They eat mostly meat. They use their sharp talons to swoop in and dive on their prey and pick them up and eat them while they're in the air, basically. So that's why I find that most of these planes are named after these birds. Now, the Robin C-1 is a popular aircraft that was built during the 1930s. The reason it was popular is because it was really cheap and anyone could have gotten it, and it was a great way for people to start flying planes, basically. The Robin itself is just a bird that you usually see during the night, during the midnight hours and in the daylight mornings. Now, the Duck J2F the Duck J2F was built in 1945 as a U.S. Navy carrier-based utility transport. It was mainly used for observation, and it could also be used for attacking enemy targets. And it hold mostly just 2 passengers, 1 for gunning, 1 for piloting. And that concludes my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. I was really interested to see how you can really see the comparisons between the birds and the planes. You can definitely see how it ties in together, and how nature really inspired these engineers to build aircraft that kind of resemble their bird look-alike. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. And that is my presentation on aircrafts named after birds.